Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New Orleans Saints. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Come on, set. 6 yards. Check, 47. Push him back. Push him back. Shift. Yeah.
On first down, McFarland. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Crunch, squeeze. He's crashing. He's checking crunch.
On second down now, McFarland. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check three. Tight dog. Go.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Third down, here's Haskins. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 22.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Haskins back to the air. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Saints 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
There you go. He's scared. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. We're going to 54. Wide in. Hey. 3 down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here we go. Wide in. 7. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's checking.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's our time. Hey, 50. Under. 50's the mic. Check.
Prescott from the gun. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 50. 6 man. Here we go. 46. Check cross. Mike. Delta. 50. I'm coming. Gun. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
First down, Prescott. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them. But they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Check. Lucky.
A give to Kamara running right. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Haskins got his man complete over the middle. That's Love. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Everybody, 50 seconds. Switch and A.
Prescott on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The pass complete. It's Byrd. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st down, here's Love. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch the run. Check.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 13 yards out, and the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check Mike 50.
To throw is Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike. Go. Get out there. All the way back home, yo.
Prescott yet again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Prescott now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Keep playing hard.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a 1-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star.
For this, man. They're not ready for this. They still
They start the second half with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
That's a gain of 7. makes it 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 48. Here we go. 47. You don't want this. Hey, check 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
21, Saints 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Check line 80. Check like 39. Ready? Tight end right. Tight end right. 26.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Going with a screen for Murray. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 13-yard line. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. That's going to be caught. caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
At the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Slide in. 50.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
26.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now you're coming back out. Now they've established this run game. The play-action pass could very well be open.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
On third down, Haskins, he'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, McFarland. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. McFarland. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now McManus for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Redskins 48, Saints 18.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Well, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan, and Thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Prescott. He's got him in. Complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Prescott now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd down, Kamara. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a give right side. McFarland. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Haskins to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
1st down, Redskins.
Ready? 7's the mic, boy. 47. Go. Check, 47. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Peek in.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Landon Collins.